We switch gears now. The high school football season kicks off at the end of the month. Our first round of high school football scrimmages kicks off at the end of the week. Every one of those scrimmages will be 11 on 11. However, there will be one Toledo school playing with 3 less players every play this year. Time now for our Game Day Nation preview with the Toledo Christian Eagles. At first glance, it looks the same.
24 on 1.
It sounds the same.
24 on 1. Ready?
But the football they're playing at Toledo Christian this season is not the same.
Blue 5. Go.
Instead of 11-man football, the Eagles will play a full 10-game schedule of 8-man football.
Early, mid-February, we did a sign-up. We had 28 guys. And, we were like, okay, we're turning things around. We're really building some numbers up.
But those numbers would steadily decline due to injuries from spring sports and other reasons outside of football.
So we looked at the roster and a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen, and we just felt like at this time, you know what, let's go 8-man football.
And we're flipping it now, Caleb. Here we go. Same formation. Same formation.
Andrew Skeels enters his 4th season as head coach at TC.
It was kind of a group effort to make that decision. I kind of looked into it a little bit, and then I had my assistant coaches look into it, our superintendent look into it, our AD, we all looked into it, and it kind of just made sense. It's almost like, why haven't we done this already?
But with that said, he recalls the night not that long ago he first informed his players and their parents they were no longer playing 11-man football.
So we had a meeting a little after the 4th, and right when I said it to the players and to the parents, I could see they were all like, "Whoa!" It was like it was a shock.
Sure. Well, at first I was a little disappointed, and then I had some time to think about it. And in a lot of the ways, I think it's actually a really good thing for our team.
How much did you know about 8-man football?
I didn't know much at all. So we all did research, all the players and coaches, and it just seemed fun.
I'd been researching it for over a month, and so I kind of had a bunch of facts to talk about. And after they heard all those, they thought the same thing that I did. Most of them were like, why haven't we done this before? There were many parents that were like, thank you for doing this.
But not before doing what everyone does, consulting the internet.
Honestly, YouTube is a huge thing,
Yeah.
And all my players are way better at internet than I am. So I tell them, hey, you guys look up stuff, and you guys bring me plays, bring me defenses, and really I can think they're taking ownership of that. I think that ownership that they're writing the playbook is kind of exciting for them.
I honestly thought it was gonna be kind of just like, I don't know, like it was just kind of not gonna be the greatest, and then in a lot of ways, like. I don't know, I think it's just good for the team just because we can actually have enough people to circle in so we're not putting the same guys on 24/7.
Yeah.
I don't have to go both ways.
Once the players and their parents bought in, there were still other obstacles to overcome, like calling the athletic directors on your schedule and telling them you can't play.
Anything's difficult when you break out of a contract, but every one of them were acceptant. They understood.
They also understood how difficult a task it would be to create a 10-game schedule from scratch with just over a month until week 1.
Once we decided 8-man football, I was on the phone and I was emailing to schools, and it was 3 weeks and we had a full 10-game schedule. And believe me, it was a 9-to-9 job for about 3 weeks, and it just things have aligned into place.
Good afternoon and good. And while it all seems new, that's not the case. In fact, back in October of 2016. Toledo Christian played their first ever football game on campus.
A new type of football today, so I'm looking forward to the action.
It was an 8-man game against Fostoria St. Wendelin, televised live on BCSN.
55-yarder again. That's been the lucky number.
It was the Eagles' only win of that season.
We were watching the game. It's like you really don't know the difference unless you're a football guy.
It's different, but at the same time, it's really not that big a deal once you get used to it.
Were any of the guys thinking about leaving, thinking of maybe going to another school to keep playing football?
Oh yeah, we had a bunch of guys that were maybe going to transfer to Springfield just to play football and stuff.
And now?
And now we're going to have a great season with 8-man football.